Let's make butternut squash soup with a pesto grilled cheese using DivineKuizine sugar spice in the butternut squash soup. So let's get started on making this butternut squash, and also in this video, we're gonna also do a pesto grilled cheese. So let's get started. So I have a huge butternut squash here. So we're gonna just cut off the top, put a little bit of muscle in it, and then I have a grater. So I'm just gonna grate the butternut squash. This is a big one, y'all. But yeah, who doesn't love butternut squash? I love butternut squash soup. I love butternut squash when you can just roast it. You know, this is a good Thanksgiving dish that you could use, butternut squash casserole. So yes, and then of course the DivineKuizine pairs very good with butternut. It just brings out some more of those warm spices, some of those autumn flavors, the cinnamon, the cardamom, the nutmeg. So this is a must pick up, especially for the fall and your baking that you're gonna start doing over this fall and winter. It will be a great part of your pantry of your baking thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. This thing is huge, y'all. I got this at the farmer's market. Now, you gotta make sure that your knife is pretty, pretty sharp. So I sharpened the knife before we started, but it's a pretty big butternut squash. So I gotta be careful because I don't want to break. I don't want to cut myself trying to get into this, trying to cut it. So bear with me, y'all. There we go. Got it open. Scoop the seeds out of it because we don't want those. We don't have to cook those. They look like pumpkin seeds, but you know this is in the pumpkin family, but they look like pumpkin seeds. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it into chunks because it'll just be easier to roast. So I'm just gonna take it. You gotta have a little bit of arm strength. We're gonna have some carrots. We're gonna have some carrots that I've already peeled. And so I'm just gonna roughly chop those as well. I have some red onion. Roast that as well. And then we're gonna take a whole thing of garlic. I'm just gonna cut off the top and set that right in there. We have our butternut squash, we have our red onions, a whole garlic, and about four carrots, nice and peeled. And we're gonna drizzle it with some olive oil, season it up with a little seasoned pepper or black pepper. Put a little pepper on here. And then we have some salt. And then we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, we're gonna put this in the oven at 425 degrees, probably for about 25 to 30 minutes, or however long it takes for it to, you know, be well done and nice and soft, fork tender, basically. Okay? Okay, y'all. So we're gonna blister up some tomatoes for our pesto grilled cheese. So you just get some tomatoes, a hot skillet. I put a little bit of olive oil in there. Some tomatoes. We're gonna put a little bit of salt. I'm gonna kind of let those blister. I put a little bit of fig balsamic. This will make it a little sweet. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there. Okay, y'all, so I finished roasting all of the vegetables, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend them up to make our butternut squash soup. Okay, y'all, so we got everything in there, so we're gonna take some vegetable stock. You can use chicken stock, but you know, this is vegetarian style, so some vegetable stock. And we have some fresh rosemary. So I'm just gonna take it off of its, you know, you just want the rosemary, so take it off the branch. And then we have that garlic that we used, that roasted garlic from earlier. You know, ooh, it's kind of hot, y'all. Bear with me on this. Got some crystallized ginger, and crystallized ginger is just like a sweeter, kind of like crystallized with a little bit of sugar. And then we have the DivineKuizine sugar. DivineKuizine sugar spice. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. And then we're gonna blend all this together. Okay, so I'm gonna pour it into our pot. Okay, y'all, so the soup has been cooking for a while, so it's nice and creamy and smooth. So we're gonna put a little bit of coconut milk in here. This is like the secret ingredient. And we're gonna let that simmer in here for another about 10 to 15 minutes, and our soup will be done. Okay, y'all, so we're getting ready to make this pesto grilled cheese sandwich. So I have some homemade sourdough bread that I got from the bakery. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slice it. I'm gonna use that one. So we're just gonna take it and butter that out. And I have some pesto. You can make your own, but I bought some from Whole Foods. I got the pesto, vegan pesto. It's the Gotham Greens brand, and it's really good. So we're gonna take the pesto and we're just going to spread that in the inside of the bread. Take the cheese. So we have our Vardy cheese and we have a smoked provolone cheese. And then we're gonna put our tomatoes, those blistered tomatoes that we did with the fig vinaigrette on top. Okay, y'all. We're just gonna let this all come together. Okay, y'all, so we have our butternut squash soup ready, and we used our DivineKuizine sugar spice as the sweetener, so it's nice and creamy. We put some coconut milk in there at the end just to get a little more of it creamy. So take this, bring this a little closer to me. I'm gonna spoon up that. And then of course we got this yummy pesto sandwich. So let me go in and taste. Fall is here. That's some good soup. It's creamy, so it has a nice creamy texture. Very comforting soup. So now I'm gonna taste them together, but I'm gonna take a bite of the sandwich. You can't go wrong with a grilled cheese. First of all, you're just not gonna miss on this. It just is good what it is. Now I'm gonna dip both of them together. Let's do a little dipping. Oh my God. I'm in heaven. I mean, literally. This is what heaven will be. We made the butternut squash soup, the pesto grilled cheese, and we also check out our tomato, our roasted tomato and grilled cheese sandwich as well. I love y'all. Chef Shay.